lady.
Hi, how are you?
How you doing?
Pretty good, and you?
First thing I wanted to tell you is you have a beautiful smile.
Oh, thank you.
You just like, while I have never met you in person, on your picture, you just made me happy.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
I was like, she just got a smile that like will light up a room.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. I'm trying to find somewhere to put this phone up because I'm sitting here, I'm driving. What's going on?
Nothing much. In your state, y'all don't have the law where you gotta have the thing on your mirror, like because in Georgia, you know, they got the thing. I'm not in Georgia, but I go there a lot, so I gotta have the thing on my dashboard or on my mirror to hold my phone. Because we'll get in trouble.
I probably would get in trouble.
You know what? Send me your address. I'm gonna send you one. That way, when you drive.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll send it to you.
So first, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to talk to us. We really appreciate it. I don't have really many questions, but what I wanted to do was make sure that I bring you on and introduce my followers to you. Because like I said, you know, I'm partially into the old schools and I'm all the way a G-body girl. But I you got to respect the Mopar.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Especially you got to respect a girl driving a fast car.
Right? I still get the questions. People sit there and say, is that your man's car? Is that your husband's car? And I'm like, no, it's mine.
I even get that with my Camaro, so don't feel bad, especially now that I have chosen rims and my rims I get mounted next week. I definitely am going to get, is this your guy's car?
All the time. It's crazy.
So what got you into Mopars? So
a friend of mine had a manual Hellcat, and I drove it, and I couldn't believe. So I always liked exotic cars. I wanted an Audi R8, and I have a Lexus. Like, my thing is all foreign cars. But then I couldn't believe the power that came with the American muscle. I was just blown away. I never drove anything like it. I mean, I've driven Ferraris, I've driven Lamborghinis, and I got behind the Hellcat, and I was just like, wow, this is some serious power. And I fell in love, and I was like, I'm going to get me one. I wanted a Charger, actually. So I was like, I love the Charger body and how it looks. So I was like, I'm going to go get me a Charger Hellcat. And then the wide body came out. So I was like, even better. But then I drove it, and I was just like, yeah, it's okay. The dealership refused to give me the red key. They gave me the black key. So I couldn't feel the full power of the Charger. So I ended up getting the Challenger. And I mean, I absolutely love it. No regrets.
So, you touched on it just a moment ago. You said you always get that, is that your man's car? Is that, what's the one question that people ask you about being in the car culture or being in the Mopar world that just grinds your gears, other than, is that your man's car?
What somebody just commented right there, like, can you drive that? Can you handle that power? Or do you know what your car can do? Like, when I get asked those questions, it's like, if I was a guy, you would never ask me that. Or, or literally people won't even ask the question. They'll just say, you don't know what to do with that. And then I just have to show them.
So how long have you owned your car? And what's the one thing that other than the power that has surprised you about being in the Mopar culture or being in that car?
Okay, great question. So I've had my car now. I just hit 7 months with my car. And what really surprised me is just, honestly, the Mopar community, the car community as a whole. Like, I've met people in the last 7 months that I truly consider family. And it's just like, it's you have a common interest, common love, and just like, you know, meeting you. I can't wait to meet you in person. But like, you know, being able to say, okay, hey, I'm coming out to Georgia or New York or anywhere. We'll meet up and we'll go hang out, drive our cars, park up, get some dinner and drinks. Like, the car community has been so supportive, and it's just being able to hang around people with similar interests, and it's pretty cool.
Right. So are you in a car club?
I am in a car club.
What's the name of your club?
I'm in Shake the Block. I'm also part of, so Shake the Block is my actual car club. They're based out of New York. They have different chapters in different states. I'm also, because I also like to slide my car and do my, yeah, so that's the whole meaning behind Shake the Block. We get out there and we have some fun in Mexico. We go and we slide our cars and stuff. I'm really learning how to like fully drift my car. You got all this power, you got these cars. My thing is just have fun with it. I'm also part of like it's Too Legit crew. That's a group of people I met in DC, and it's really just about family and friends and getting together and having fun. And so yeah, that's pretty much it.
So how many ladies are in your club?
Surprisingly, we actually have a lot right now that I can think off the top of my head. I think there's at least 8 or 9 of us right now. Yeah, and it's growing. And how
constantly.
How many what?
And how many members in total in the club? You have 9 ladies, but how many members total?
I think it's like 120, 130. I'm not sure the exact number, but it's a lot. It's a lot of people, and it's not only Mopars. So you're welcome to come join us in your Camaro.
All right, let me tell you something. Y'all be done kick me out the club. I don't do well. Y'all be like, she don't want to do nothing. We and so we'll stay friends, and I ain't got to get excommunicated out the group. I'm a big crime, but at least I know. At least the offer still stands. And if I do decide, listen, I've decided that if I decide to join a car club, I'm gonna join a club in every single state. And I'm going to have to be an honorary member because I'm not going to be able to come to everything. Right. But I'm going to join a club in every single state. And I think that's probably going to be my next move.
So it's funny because I said the same thing. I said I wasn't going to join a club at all. And so I just started hanging out with people in clubs. And I was just like, I like people from all different clubs. So, I used to make the joke when I first got my car, I'm an independent agent. So I got my car at the end of June. I hosted my first meet in July. Like, I literally just hit the ground running because it's just so much fun. And I just love to get out and drive the car and meet new people. So I said, I'm not joining a club because I have friends in like 5, 6 different clubs. But then, it's like you start hanging out with certain clubs and you get closer to people and you just like, and that's why I tell them I joined Shake the Block. But I'm also part of Too Legit crew, and I'm like, these are my family members. These are my family members. And I'll put stickers on my car from everyone that I feel like, I could hang with and consider you either my friend or family. So I don't think there should be limits to say, oh, you're only part of one club and that's it. No, I want to do whatever I want to do.
So tell us, do you have a YouTube? What do you have going on outside of your car club?
So I don't have a YouTube. I really don't. Well, the only thing I have going on right now, I have this goal where I'm taking my car state to state and just meeting different people in the car community. So I'll be in your state soon. Just meeting different people in the car community, putting miles on my car. So I've had my car just 7 months, and I'm looking at the dash now. I'm at 16,000 miles. So literally just my signature, my thing is drive my car, have fun, meet new people, and just go state to state and just do it that way, literally.
Right. Well, maybe you can come up for the next race. I mean, I know because you're, Mopar, you might not really be into, big rim racing or big wheel racing, but maybe you could come to the next race I'll be at is going to be February 20th. In Reynolds, Georgia. That's like about an hour and a half, 2 hours, an hour and a half from Atlanta. And that's when Cut the Check's going to race Boost Doctor. So that's going to be a really good race. And it's going to be an early race. So you don't have to be there all night. You can, we can go hang out. And they're going to have a meet and greet the day before. So
I love stuff like that. I would definitely come out there. Now YouTube, so I'm not with YouTube, so I'll come out to the races and stuff. Ironically enough, I don't like being on camera, and then it's just like, to me, it's just, I'm a real private person. Like, I like to do crazy things on my car and just have fun, but like, I don't put a lot of pictures of myself on my IG, and like YouTube is a full-time job to me. I admire anyone that can do it, but like, I look at some of the videos and you have your phone in your face all the time and you're in the car and you're talking, and that's just not my thing. I can't do it.
It's funny how like people, because like when I was doing my research to try and talk to you about, he said March 27th in Valdosta also. So if you, I mean, it's gonna be an opportunity for you to come up this way and hang out and see and go to the big ram races and stuff like that.
I'll definitely come out. Even if I don't bring my car, I'll still fly out and go. I travel all the time, and something like that, like it sounds something new. I've never done it before, so I'll race my car on the track, but I've never done the donks on rims. That's pretty cool.
So what's ironic to me about you saying you don't really like to be on camera is, it's funny how, I guess no matter how I say this, it's going to kind of sound effed up, so I guess I might as well say it.
Go for it.
Like it's always weird that the prettiest people don't like to be on.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
But if a person is not just so pleasing to the eyes, it's always in front.
I appreciate that. That's funny.
It's true though. Pay attention. Anytime you see like something, and with the exception of them being like a model or something, but when you meet people like who are pretty and stuff like that, they be like, I don't like to take pictures. I don't like. But the people who not so pleasing to the eyes,
they be like, put me on the camera.
I ain't nowhere near pretty as you, but every time I get the opportunity to take a picture.
No, ma'am, you are absolutely beautiful.
Every time I get the opportunity to take a picture, I'm like,
you are absolutely beautiful.
Thank you, I appreciate it. So, and then you have a good personality, so that would translate well, especially being that being a lady in a fast car.
Right.
That is that's your niche. So I think you should think about it. And I am going to continue to keep my foot on your neck till you start a YouTube. Okay.
We're gonna find
you never know, you can be a millionaire.
See, now you're talking. We got to figure out a way to, be able to get the camera everywhere but on me.
And you can do that. You can probably put like a what is it called, a GoPro on your car. It don't necessarily have to be about you, because I know I looked at your page and some of the pictures you take. Like you got a dope picture on your page when you I guess you got on a hood.
Oh yeah,
and you got on heels. Right. So you ain't even gotta like that's a dope. You know what I'm saying? And to see you maybe driving by somebody looking like that, and then you take your hood off. I got some ideas. I'm gonna call you.
Okay, call me. Let's do it. Let's collab. Let's do it. You said millionaire. You're talking my language.
So tell us the one thing you love about the car. Well, I think you kind of touched on it. It's a two-part question. One thing you love about the car culture and one thing you hate about the car culture.
Uh-oh. Hello? I think I lost you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. No, I'm here.
All right. I didn't hear your question.
So one thing you love about the car culture and one thing you hate about the car culture.
Ooh, okay. So I do love the whole family aspect, getting together and, meeting some really cool people. What I hate about it is, like, it's just like anything. When something gets too big, like the more people, like, so I've met people from a whole bunch of different states. So I hang out, like, I believe in, my little joke is world peace. So I hang out with people who absolutely hate the nightlife car scene where, like the underground, the Mexico driving, the drifting and stuff like that, who just like to have the cars to just drive. And I hang out with the people who love that stuff. So, and I love it all. So I hate that, like, it's so separated on what we can and can't do. Like, I love to race. I love to drive. I love to show that, yeah, I'm a female, but I drive the hell out of my car. I know how to handle it. I know what to do. And I love being behind the wheel. But I also love sliding my car. And, you know, I mean, until they get illegal drift pads, and I want to drift, I want to slide, I want to do burnouts, I want to, you know, do all of that. So the fact that, like, a lot of the things that we like to do is not yet legalized. Like, you see, like, NASCAR, you know, they're driving fast, but, you know, it's legal, or Monster Jam and stuff like that. Like, I just really wish, like, people, like car enthusiasts who actually love driving fast and also, you know, being able to slide and drift had a legal spot and pad, and where you can constantly do that without the pressure of, you know, worrying about your job or police or stuff like that. So, yeah, that's what I hate about it. And just, you know, not being able to bring everyone in the car community together, because some people have different interests. Or like you said, like being able to say, oh, you're part of this club or you're part of this club. Like, I like everybody. So, but I do love, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. It's also the same thing I love about it. So, if that makes sense. Did that answer your question?
It does, yes. So let me ask you another question about being a lady in a Mopar in a fast car. Do you feel like that intimidates men when trying to approach you?
Absolutely. Yes. Once they get over the fact, I mean, even I got pulled over before and the cop was blown away. Like, he didn't know what to say to me. He was like, this is your car? Because I have tints. He didn't realize it was a lady driver. And so, you know, and that was my fear when getting the car. Like, I didn't want to come off like I'm unapproachable, or, you know, she's like out of my lane or whatever because she drives this car. Like, it's just like, no, like, I don't care what you drive, unless, you know, you got a problem with me gapping you on the highway, then we might have a problem. But outside of that, step your driving game up.
So that's a great segue. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, you good.
So that's a great segue. I do have to ask a question, of course. I guess maybe because I put that picture, I struggle with what picture you put in my story.
Right.
So when I seen that picture, I was like, okay, that's the one. and then the DM started.
Oh, gosh.
So I guess the main question that I got was I guess this is the most important question.
Okay.
Are you single?
Oh, come on.
Well,
so I did New York show, and I see he's on here, and he's commenting. So, you know, okay, so I'm going to tell you this. Remember I told you when we first started, I'm a private person. Like, I try my hardest. Like, I have a personal page that I keep private and away from my car page. My car page public. I struggled with having my car page public and actually, like, having my picture and stuff on there because I'm very private. And so that question, it drives me absolutely insane. And I'm going to tell you why. It drives me insane, and I just refuse to answer it because it's like, I'm sure some guys get asked that too, but it's just, as women in this car community, we already struggle with guys or automatically assuming that, you know, we can't drive, or we're driving a male's car, you know? So it's like, when I came out in this car community, my thing was, I want to make a name for myself because of my car and my skills. It should have nothing to do with my personal life. And so somebody just sits there and says, well, she likes to drive. Okay, well, yeah, that'll be a good girl or a good wife. You don't know that, you know? So it's like, so that's, I really dislike getting asked that question, because it's like, my personal status should not, you know, matter about what I do with my car.
Well, I guess I'm gonna tell you this. They asked it about the guys too.
New York is like, yeah, she's violating.
I'm gonna tell you this. They asked it about the guy. They asked it about the guys too.
Right.
More so, a lot. But see, a lot more. They ask a lot of questions, but I'm kind of, I struggle with it because a lot of the guys I know, so I already know the answer to the question. So if they ask, if the ladies ask, is he married? Because, you know, it's some people in the car culture that's easy on the eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, the first question you always got to ask, like if I approach the man, the first question I got to ask is he single?
Right.
Because I don't want to go no further if he ain't single.
Right.
So I think that, you know, now I will say that I won't say I have my people trained, but they kind of know, don't come over here with foolishness. So they're not going to ask no disrespectful questions. So when they ask, are you single, they don't come from a disrespectful place.
Right.
They might be trying to shoot their shot. If you're single, your future husband could be on it.
Absolutely.
Oh,
now,
you know what I mean? But I respect.
But I will say, like, with guys, I think it's actually worse for guys because for the most part, if it's not a lot of women in the car community or the car scene, and if a guy's getting asked that question, most of the time, why are you interested to know if I'm single just because I drive a nice car? Is it because you want money out of me or you want something out of me? So I think it's harder for guys. With us, I think it's just guys getting excited over the fact that we may have the similar interests. But so I'm just gonna say no. How about that? Let's do that. I am not single. Let's say no.
Well, hopefully that stopped them from shooting their shots since you danced around the question. But don't be surprised if your DM blow up. Cause like I say, when I looked at the picture, I was like, oh man, her personality kind of translates in her smiling on that picture. And I was like, dang, you know what I'm saying? I can't wait to meet her. So I know when they saw it, they was like, hey.
Thank you.
But I do understand, and it's not only men now.
Right.
It's not only men. It used to be a time when women was after men because they felt like they got money. And you probably can attest to this too. Now, men feel like we got a couple dollars, so we got some leeches coming our way.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's sad and unfortunate for us as women, but we got to have our head on the swivel too. My car not even nice as yours, and I'm building a car. So men will think, oh, she got a couple dollars, I can see what I can get from her. No.
Right, exactly. Well, congrats.
That ain't how that works.
Car. That's pretty cool. I do want to do that one day, somewhere down the line.
Nah, you like foreign.
I know, but look, I'm American muscle now. I love my car. Okay, best car I've ever had. Like, oh my goodness.
You like foreigns. You would be probably pulling up in that Bentley truck one day.
No. Now, if I could take my Hellcat engine and put it in like old school 1969 something or 70 something, whether it's Dodge or Chevy or whatever, and just like put it in there and then drift that bad boy. Oh my gosh. I have an addiction. It's really bad, but that'd be cool. I think that's amazing.
Come on over to Team G Body. We want you over here. Come on.
All right, let's go. I'm all for learning new things. I just changed my oil like a few months ago for the first time ever. So I'm the person to go. I drive. I hate pumping gas. So I have some issues with pumping gas. I just can't stand it. Or like putting like manual labor into my car. But ever since I got this car, I just love it. Like I changed my own oil and just like, oh man, yeah. Tires, I still don't like changing tires, but I'm
gonna tell you this. You know you're really not helping your case about not being single when you saying you change your own oil, because that in their head is like,
oh my gosh, it's crazy. I would have never thought I would change my own oil, because like I'm really old fashioned when I believe in like, okay, it's a guy's job to do certain things. But changing my oil was pretty fun. So it got me really thinking, like, what can I learn to do next? What's next? Like, I could do it all.
And guess what? That could have went on your YouTube.
Oh, no.
I changed my own lights, my headlights, my tail lights. I changed my own filters.
Right.
That's pretty much the extent of what I'm going to do. I'm not changing no oil. I'm not changing none of that is going to be done by me, but I change my own lights. Like I'm not paying nobody to change my lights.
That's pretty cool. I have some lights right now at home that I want to, like the little halos, the red halos. I want to put them in my car, and I have no idea how to do it. So
YouTube is your friend. If YouTube can show you how to do a C-section, like YouTube can show you how to do everything. So what would you like for your fans, followers, supporters, fellow Mopar people? What would you like them to know about you?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think I love my car. That's the big thing. I love my car. I love driving my car, and I can drive, and I want anybody that can that wants to test that to come line up with me. Or, see me in the pit.
Wait, you drawing on people?
We can slide together. You said what?
You drawing on people in here?
I know. You said, what do I want them to know? I'm just, I saw some comments in here that said, I can't drive my car, so let's go.
So if they said you can't drive your car, you told them that you want them to line up.
Line it up.
Hey, that's that on that. She said line it up. Y'all ready? So hopefully we can see you. Now, let me ask you, do you have a problem with, like, if you're at a show or a car meet or something? Because, I feel like this. As your popularity grows on social media and when you start your YouTube, people will kind of feel like they know you.
Right.
Are you okay with people approaching you and, things like that?
Absolutely. Like, that's the thing. Like, I love when people come up to me and if they're talking about, oh, they admire my car, they see my car, like, that makes me feel so good. Or someone says, hey, I saw you drifting or sliding or something like that. I'm like, hey, yeah, it's all love all the time. I stay away from all the negativity. I don't do negativity. So if there's any negative comments that on my page or post, I just kind of leave it alone. But anybody that's seen me on IG is like, to me, it's like an honor. You know what I mean? So absolutely.
You just like me. I kind of stay away from all the negativity because let me tell you something. Ooh, baby, it'll be some show enough negative stuff on here. But me, it's already bad enough the world fucked up as it is.
Absolutely,
we dealing with
right?
all this negative stuff. I'm not finna let nobody drive me crazy. I'm not finna have one of them jackets with the arms on the back. I can't do it. So I'm just trying to stay with positive vibes only. And if you ain't on no positivity, just as my people from Tennessee, Memphis say, move around. I ain't with it.
You're from Tennessee, huh? It's pretty cool.
Huh?
And I said you're from Memphis, Tennessee, huh?
No, that's what my Memphis people say. I'm from Florida.
Oh, you're from Florida, okay. Where in Florida?
I know it's probably freezing where you are, but right now today.
New York. I'm from New York, but I'm in Texas. I was just in New Orleans this weekend, and I'm in Texas now. So I told you I travel. I'm everywhere.
Well, I got to call you after this because I got so many ideas from our interview.
Let's go.
That I want to tell you off here because I don't want nobody to steal your ideas I'm about to give you.
Yeah,
but
no one steals my ideas.
No, because I'm going to tell them to you. I ain't going to tell them to the public. I'm about to call you and tell you about them.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, so is there anything else you want everybody to know?
I don't know. What do they want to know, That's my thing.
Well, I think we touched on pretty much everything, but I will ask, will you come back on the show?
Absolutely, yes, definitely. Anytime. We can talk all day.
I'm gonna do another Ladies Month coming up, and hopefully I can get you on for Ladies Month.
Okay, sounds good. I'm excited about that.
All right, so thank you so much for sitting down. Now you can continue driving. I know you had to sit still and stop and talk to us.
Yes,
so we are
I didn't realize the time. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta stop. It's 5 o'clock. So I do want to put in my little plug. I don't have a YouTube, but I was in New Orleans having some fun, just cutting up and drifting my car this weekend. And I had the picture you're talking about where I had my red bottoms on and I put my foot out the door and a window and I was sliding my car. So I would love for everyone to check out my videos and just, show support and some love because I love what I do. I just like to have fun and life is short. So live it well. That's my motto.
Oh, that's dope. You got to. I'm gonna put that in my story and then say you were the person who said it. So you said life is short, live it well. Life is short, live it well. That's right. Do what you love. And I'm here for love what you do. That's my thing. And I love my car, and I love every minute of it. So, and I have fun with it. Well. Thank you so much for sitting down to talk to us today. We really appreciate it. And stay tuned for my call because I'm about to call you so we can talk about it. Somebody said, New York said check the question box. Tell New York. Goodbye, New York. Have a great day. Bye, New York. Bye, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. New York.